Hey guys, what's up, and welcome to another episode of Divas Getting Raw.
Woo! Yes!
I'm your host, Lauren, aka Luge, and this is my co-host,
Cassie, aka Legacy Chick.
And we've got an exciting WWE Raw for you guys, so let's get to it.
Yes, and Lauren, guess who started Monday Night Raw?
The
game! Triple H. Oh, he came out. Oh, it was amazing. He came out, addressed the crowd. He was glad to see everyone. Basically saying that he's done everything there is to do in the WWE. Right. Everything. Which including he's a 13 times champion. 13-time world champion. Amazing. He defeated icons, legends. And it's just, he defeated so many people, but the only person he did not defeat in the business was the Undertaker, especially on WrestleMania, especially for WrestleMania. And, I just loved how, he went down memory lane, and basically that's the only thing that he has left to do. And you know what, we'll definitely be seeing that WrestleMania 27, and I'm definitely looking forward for that, because will Triple H be 18-1? Or will The Undertaker keep his streak 19-0? That should be really interesting, and I'm really excited for that match. I can't wait. And, all we can do is just, wait and see what happens.
Right.
That's great. And then all of a sudden, Triple H gets interrupted by Sheamus. Sheamus. The person that put him out of action. The person that put him out of action came out, but Triple H didn't even, address Sheamus. Triple H is like, what the heck? So Sheamus comes in. Triple H starts beating up Sheamus.
Yeah, he could have took him out with his pinky.
Yeah, basically, beat him out, beating him up around the ring. Then all of a sudden, Sheamus took Triple H took Sheamus to the announcer's table and did his, I'm going to say it, vintage, but it is vintage, did his vintage special on the announcer's table, and guess what that is? The pedigree. Triple H pedigreed Sheamus on the announcer's table. Oh,
and the table
amazing. And the table broke. There was no announcer table for Lawler and Josh Matthews. All right? Oh my God, it was almost like the Spanish announce table. But that was amazing to see Triple H pedigree Sheamus. It's been a long time, and I have a feeling that we'll be seeing a lot of pedigrees in the coming weeks, especially a huge pedigree in WrestleMania 27. Ooh, I can't wait.
Oh, I know.
I can't stop talking about it.
But then all of a sudden, there's a ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, there's a ding, ding, ding. An email from the anonymous general manager. And the anonymous general manager says that Sheamus is still going to wrestle right now after he got beaten up by...
To a pulp.
To a pulp by Triple H. Crazy. Especially pedigree, Lauren.
Yeah, I mean, you don't take well after that.
Definitely. And Sheamus's opponent was Evan Bourne.
Evan Bourne.
I was going to say Matt Sydal. Matt Sydal is, I've seen him in ROH. I've seen, Evan Bourne. His name is Matt Sydal in ROH. I was going to say Matt Sydal, but no, he's Evan Bourne. He's Evan Bourne. Correction. So, Evan Bourne comes out, beating up on Sheamus. Poor Sheamus. He basically, is beaten up from Triple H. Can't fight back. Someone backstage does not like him. I don't like that. I really don't. I really want him to step up. He's got to win sooner or later. It's just so over redundant every week.
He's in the doghouse.
He's in the doghouse. He's in the doghouse because someone does not like him. Grr. Anyway. Evan Bourne wins. He does his airborne, his signature airborne onto Sheamus, gets the pin, 1, 2, 3. Sorry, Sheamus. But, after that, Michael Cole comes out. Michael Cole comes out, and he introduced himself as the voice of the WWE. He's not the voice of the WWE. Vince McMahon is. Please. So what does Michael Cole do? He comes out, he calls out to Jerry Lawler, of course, antagonizing him, basically saying that he kind of like spoke with the anonymous general manager, probably not face to face. It was very unclear. Mm-hmm. But Michael Cole
through emails probably.
Yeah, through email. Yeah, of what the general manager is known for. Basically, spoke with the general manager and said that if Jerry Lawler touches Michael Cole, Jerry Lawler will be fired. Yeah. So that one didn't look too good. And also, Jerry Lawler wants to know what's Michael Cole's decision for WrestleMania 27. Remember, he asked Michael Cole to challenge him for WrestleMania 27 last week on Raw. So Michael Cole's answer was he'll wrestle Jerry the King Lawler only under 2 conditions. One condition was that to have a personal trainer in his corner, and another one was to have a special guest referee.
Which we don't know who that is.
Which we don't know, and I wonder who it is. I haven't really known.
But we know who the trainer is going to be.
We know who the trainer is, and that is none other than Jack Swagger from SmackDown. You know, very talented guy. I really, really like him. You know, I have to say Michael Cole did pick a really good trainer because, you know, he picked an amateur wrestler, too. You know, Jack Swagger wrestling in his college days, amateur, amateur style. I have to say, you know, I'm a fan of Jack Swagger. But, you know, Michael Cole is going to use Jack Swagger as his bodyguard the whole time. Because Michael Cole is coward. Something shady is going to go on. And, you know, it's just, you know, it annoys me. I do not like Michael Cole. Michael Cole should just sit down and announce. Shut up and announce. Yeah. I liked when Michael Cole was backstage, you know, years ago in the Attitude Era. Michael Cole started out in the company as an interviewer for backstage. I think I liked him then because he was less annoying, and I know he was dorky looking. Yeah. He still is dorky looking, but I liked him back then. But now, you know, he's just getting in people's business, and
he's getting on everyone's nerves.
He's getting on everyone's nerves, and all he should do, like what he does, shut up and do his job, do as a broadcast journalist. Yeah. Duh, he keeps saying that. Well, then do it. Ugh, he just annoys me. But yeah, so we're going to see what happens at WrestleMania 27 with Jack Swagger and this mystery special guest referee.
That should be
I wonder who that will be. And all of a sudden, Randy Orton comes out. He calls out CM Punk, basically bringing up the fact that 2.5 years ago he punted CM Punk in the head, and he regretted that he didn't do it harder. That was pretty intense. Yeah. And also he threatened to put CM Punk in a rehabilitation center, and said that once he goes to the rehabilitation center, he'll be sipping his meals through a straw. Yeah. That's crazy. That's nuts. Oh my God. You know, when he said that. That's some
fighting words.
Yes, definitely. Some fighting words. You know, when he said that, chills, you know, went, you know, up and down my spine. So I was like, damn. Okay. Randy Orton means business. Kind of like that. Randy Orton has fire and power. I like that. Yeah. I like that. Cool. So CM Punk comes out with his Nexus members. With the leader of the Nexus comes out with his Nexus members. And CM Punk is like, oh, so you want to do that? I'm going to take you out. Punk wants to take him to the grave, basically take him out. So we get interrupted by the unanimous general manager. We've been hearing from the unanimous general manager a lot.
Yeah, getting nosy.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's just like, oh, wait, just basically wanting, you know, to know what the hell is going on. But the unanimous general manager actually declared that there will be a match at WrestleMania 27 between CM Punk and Randy Orton. Finally. It's about time. Finally. And also, there's another thing that the general manager said. That if Randy Orton defeats in the coming weeks before WrestleMania, if Randy Orton defeats all members of the Nexus, then they won't have to be in his corner come WrestleMania. So basically, the general manager is allowing the Nexus members to be in CM Punk's corner at WrestleMania only if they
can defeat Orton in the coming weeks leading to WrestleMania.
Very good. Only.
And the first match started right now.
And the first match started right now with Michael McGillicuddy versus Randy Orton. Overall, I thought that was a very good match. You know, I liked Randy Orton, Michael McGillicuddy, a lot of back and forth action. You know, it was a pretty good, decent match. I really, really enjoyed it. And unfortunately for Michael McGillicuddy got RKO'd by Randy Orton and lost. So therefore, Michael McGillicuddy cannot be at CM Punk's corner come WrestleMania 27. Yes, so, oh well, to Michael McGillicuddy. So we got to see what else, you know, who's going to win and who's going to lose, and ultimately who will be at CM Punk's corner come WrestleMania 27. So after that, The Miz comes out with Alex Riley and, cuts a really good promo saying that everyone should pay attention to him because he's the biggest star in WWE right now. I mean, of course, he is the champion. Of course, so he really does need to be the center of attention because John Cena and The Rock are taking that away from him. Especially, it annoys The Miz that John Cena is not paying attention to The Miz, his opponent for WrestleMania 27, which I find that pretty funny. It's pretty interesting. Like, John Cena is so busy, talking trash to The Rock, and then all of a sudden, like, basically The Miz is like, hey, what about me? You're my opponent.
Yeah, pretty much everything he came out and said was just like me.
Yeah, me, and Cena, you better watch out. Basically, pay attention to me, not to The Rock, because I'm gonna be the one to destroy you. And also, not only John Cena that he wants to destroy, Miz wants to destroy The Rock as well in the same night. That was a big one. Yeah, in the same night. So that'll be interesting. So Miz has plans to destroy John Cena and the Rock in the same night of WrestleMania 27. I thought that was interesting. So all of a sudden, John Cena interrupts The Miz. John Cena interrupts The Miz, and John Cena's like, he doesn't want to hear The Miz talk and whatever. So John Cena brought up a pretty good point. I thought it was pretty good. Why do you have Alex Riley always at your corner? Like, you're WWE champion. Why are you
sharing your legacy with another man?
Very good. Why are you... I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
Like, do they watch The Notebook together? Do they watch The Notebook together? Like, do you do everything together and then share a room together? So, like, I thought that was a pretty good point. Like, if you're WWE champion, why are you sharing your legacy? So John Cena made a proposition to The Miz and said that, if he wants to verse Alex Riley. He wants to verse Alex Riley in a match, and if John Cena wins, Alex Riley will be fired from employment of The Miz. So Alex Riley will no longer be Miz's apprentice.
Yeah.
So that's only if John Cena wins. But if Alex Riley wins, that means John Cena is going to have to say that The Miz is the greatest champion of all time, of all the WWE, that he's basically an awesome champion. So, John Cena said deal, that he'll do it. And then all of a sudden, the anonymous general manager again chimes in.
For the third time tonight.
What's going on? Who are you, general manager?
Out and show your face
yes,
already.
Thank God. Yes, please.
So when they call, they announced that they're going to be having a steel cage match.
A steel cage match later that night. And I thought that was pretty exciting. I felt like I haven't seen a cage match on Raw in a while. So it would be Alex Riley versus John Cena later, and again, like, we'll see who the winner or loses because a lot of things are at stake.
Yeah.
Anyway, so after that is the elimination match between the Divas. Yeah, fast forward that. Eve Torres,
it was boring.
It was
only
boring.
It was like.
Yeah, basically, Eve Torres, she's the women's champion, and she's waiting to see who will be the number one contender for the Divas Championship. So she had to sit through, unfortunately, an elimination match among the Divas. Mm-hmm. And, overall, one of the Bellas won. I really wanted Gail Kim to win. It looked like she was going to win, but I don't even know which Bella won. But unfortunately... one of them is the number one contenders for the WWE Divas Championship, whatever.
Yeah.
So after that, The Rock is live via satellite from his house, which that was pretty exciting to see, and basically telling John Cena, I never turned my back to my fans. I've always been with WWE. WWE is in my blood.
Yeah,
it's like family. His grandmother, his father. He's a third generation superstar. He's a third generation superstar. So I just loved how The Rock was fake rapping, making fun of like John Cena. And then all of a sudden, The Rock said that since he's Fruity Pebbles, since he's like a box of Fruity Pebbles, then he's a yabba dabba bitch.
He said that.
That was funny. That was funny. And I totally agree with The Rock right there.
Uh-huh.
That's wrong with me, but I don't know. It's so funny. But yeah, you know, overall, The Rock is here to stay, and he won't turn his back on us. And, you know, he's just there. He will always be in the WWE.
Yeah.
I thought that was really nice. So after that, Daniel Bryan, you know, he comes out to the ring, but only to get a sneak attack by The Miz.
He got his head stepped on by The Miz.
His head stepped on, yeah, no, because, and you know why the Miz did that? Because he can. That's
because
what the Miz
he's
did.
The Miz.
He's The Miz because he can do it. So he's proving a statement,
right.
Whatever. Miz is proving a statement because he can do it. You know, I felt bad for Daniel Bryan. He's an amazing competitor, damn it. But oh well, the Miz did it because he can. He can. So the Miz sat down with the Miz sat down with Michael Cole, and Josh Matthews
at the announcers
at the announcers table. I mean, unfortunately, Jerry the King Lawler got beat up by Jack Swagger earlier at Raw because, you know, when Michael Cole was showing Jerry Lawler his trainer, Jack Swagger kind of like beat him up. Yeah. So Michael Cole, you know, sat down. He got his seat back. You know, being a broadcast journalist, fine. You know, which is ugh. But anyway, yeah. Miz sat down with them to watch the cage match between John Cena. Yeah, between
which
John Cena and
he wasn't supposed to get involved with.
He wasn't supposed to get involved. Oh yeah, that's what the general manager said. Yeah,
constantly involved
because
in it.
he was. I know, but you know why he was constantly involved? Because when there's a cage match, it's no disqualification. So that it's the rules.
Yeah.
So technically, he has a reason. And you know what I loved? What the Miz did? The Miz took a picture of John Cena and he tweeted it. He tweeted it, and you know I saw the tweet. I retweeted it. took a picture of John Cena, like, say cheese, when Alex Riley was like pushing John Cena's face up against the steel cage. Crazy. It was an alright match, you know, pretty slow. Again, John Cena's match is really, really slow. You know, I was like, whatever, you know, what's not to expect? You know, what's not to expect? It's just John Cena match, cage match. But I thought, you know, overall, you know, of course, John Cena won. All right, you know, John Cena won. He got out of the cage. But you know what I really, really liked about the ending was that The Miz did a skull-crushing finale on John Cena. Once when John Cena came out of the ring, came out of the steel cage, I thought that was so funny, and that was the best.
I thought that was mean.
That was mean. No, that was mean. But you know, it was funny. He's The Miz, and he could do that exactly. So. I thought that was a very entertaining ending to Raw, and you know all we have to do is on a side note, now Alex Riley, he's fired. Yeah. He's no longer The Miz's apprentice. I'm sorry, Alex Riley. So
find a new guy.
It was a bittersweet ending. Bittersweet. I just like the fact that John Cena got owned by The Miz, and then you know Alex Riley, unfortunately for him, no longer works for The Miz. So that's basically the ending of Raw. Overall, it was an okay Raw. You know, I didn't like how there weren't many matches. There weren't many matches.
Mostly talking.
Mostly talking, yes.
Storyline
and promos.
The points across and a lot more matches for WrestleMania.
Exactly, and I think they're waiting for. That's why there aren't many matches a lot, because we're on the road to WrestleMania.
Yeah,
they're gonna leave. We're building up to it.
Definitely.
Yeah. So. But you know what? Thank you very much for joining us. Yet a third week.
Thank you. Third episode. Also, guys, I want to let you know that next week's episode is going to come out a little bit earlier. I'm going to be going to PAX on Thursday, so if any of you are down in the Boston area, definitely come by the Boston Convention Center. I'd love to meet you guys.
Great job, Luch.
And yeah, so next week's episode is going to come out a little earlier. We'll have to meet up and talk about it, so we'll see when it's going to come out. And shout out time, Cassie.
Shout out time. I want to give a shout out to all my friends. You know, all my friends. Yes.
Friends
you know, a lot of people, they're like, oh, I want to shout out Cassie. I want to shout out, you know. All of yous. I love you.
And the viewers, too.
Yeah, the viewers. Thank you. Thank you so much for all your help and all. Thank you for all your suggestions. We love you.
I'm going to give a shout out to my mom. Because my mom watches these, and she watched last week's, and she was like, Lauren, that was way too long. You got to make them shorter. And she's just always giving that constructive criticism that we need for the show. So thank you, Mom. Shout out to you. I love you.
I love you too, Mom.
Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode.
Thank you.
Join us next week for another one.
Yes, definitely. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.